Good evening, I'm Greg Granger with a report on a ceremony in Sydney tonight that's captured the hearts of the world. The show business wedding of the year, starring Elton John and his new bride, Renata. Elton John's last hours as a bachelor saw him turn out for a concert rehearsal in some very skimpy red shorts. He'd spent the night taking calls of congratulations from all over the world. Rod Stewart, Yoko Ono, and the one that moved him most, from John Lennon's son, Sean. Preparations for the most unexpected wedding of the year were frantic at Elton's Sydney motel. Despite only a few hours' notice, an enormous wedding cake was produced. Flowers flooded in from fans, and at an historic harbourside church, the well-wishers were out early. By 6 o'clock on a sultry Sydney evening, their numbers had swelled to 500, with one man breaking a leg in the crush. Then came the guest of honour himself. Elton John bounced out of his white limo dressed in white, from white tails right up to his white boater, set delightfully off by a lilac ribbon. And among the 80 guests, comedian Barry Humphries and interviewer Michael Parkinson. The bride-to-be was close behind. Renata Bloral has been described as shy. Today, the girl that won Elton John's heart was all smiles.
Thank you very much.
Inside the church, a simple ceremony. 3 hymns played by an organ. And 40 minutes later, Mr. and Mrs. Elton John emerged for a photographic session that's been flashed around the world. Elton and Renata then returned to their Sydney motel for a reception that's costing them $50,000. So, after 37 years as a bachelor, why get married?
Well, I'd never found the right person to marry before, and now I have. And it was just a question of circumstances, which unfortunately looked like at one time that we wouldn't be able to. But everyone in this country has been so understanding and so great. And it's great to be married here, actually. It's fantastic.
And Renata, what about Elton? When did you really know in your own heart and mind that you wanted to marry him?
I've probably known straight away.
And what kind of a guy is he really like?
Don't say that.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Elton John and those lucky guests are still celebrating at the Siebel Townhouse in Sydney. From the National 9 newsroom, I'm Greg Granger. Good night.